What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of our vacation series. The channel has been growing more and more every day, and we thought what better way for you guys to get to know us on a more personal level than by taking you guys with us.
What's up, everybody? This is Ellie.
This is our first time on the channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about our experience going to Mexico.
Alright, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. So we got to a town like around 20 minutes from the border at like 4 a.m. And we got like a 2-hour nap. Like I said in the last video, I only got 30 minutes of it. So we woke up at around 6:10, something along those lines, and we headed to the border. We got to the border around 6:20. Now around this point, we thought to ourselves whether or not we should record. Because yeah, there were a lot of signs around that said no video cameras, and not just that. The Border Patrol's a little funny about cameras, and I don't want any problems going into Mexico. So we thought to ourselves, hey, let's just turn the cameras off.
Yep, better be safe than sorry.
We crossed the border at around 6:20 around that time, and we went to go register our cars. Now, usually when it comes to filing paperwork, Areli's the one that takes care of it. But this time, since we had registered the cars, I had to do it all myself. So I was pretty nervous. Because I had 5 passports in my hand, I had to fill out 5 sheets of paper for the, what's it called, the visa? The temporary visa.
Yeah.
And
not just that, since their office through this entrance, it's really small. So to prevent a lot of people going in there and overcrowding the place, they just allowed 1 person per family to go in there and do all the paperwork.
yeah, so it was just 1 person per family, and so that was me because since the car was in my name, I was the one that had to show up and register the car. So, and it's all in the same spot. I went in with all 5 passports. I was really nervous, and as soon as I got into the line, I went in. They took the 5 passports from me, and they told me to fill out the temporary visas. Well, this is where it got a little weird because there was a pin on the middle of the table, and I was like, why isn't nobody grabbing this pin? You know, so, and there was a lot of people there, and I grabbed the pin, and it turns out it didn't work. So then the guy working there saw me and asked me if I needed a pen. I said, yeah, no. The guy saw me and he asked me, well, what's wrong with the pen? I'm like, it doesn't work. And I gave it to him and he threw it away and he didn't even look back at me. He just forgot about me. And I was like, what?
I need a pen.
What's going on? And then he looks back at me like around 20 seconds later, and he's like, oh, you need some help? I'm like, yeah. So
no, honey, I'm just standing here.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so frustrating. But anyways, I knew what they were doing at that point. I kind of got what the situation was. They have like 4 or 5 helpers, and they help you fill out the paperwork, and you just give them like $2 or something like that. So it all worked out because I was actually pretty nervous about filling out all the paperwork, and the guy there did it for me, and I gave him like $5. And after that, I went up to go get to
pay for the paperwork.
No, the visa. Oh yeah, so the temporary visas do not cost $20 anymore. They cost $40 each. So I had to pay $40 for each visa that I was getting. And so I went up there and I told him, yeah, I'm gonna register the car and I need these visas approved and stamped. And I was the guy looked at me, he asked me, cash or card? I said, card. And he's like, all right, I'll give you these 4 in cash and this one in card. And I'm like, what? That was where our troubles started. So I didn't bring any cash with me. And it was mostly because I thought that they would have, you know, credit card machines there, and they do, because I had just seen somebody pay with cash. I mean, not cash. Yeah, I just seen somebody pay with card, and so then he told me, all right, step back, you know, go figure it out, and then come back. So I started to panic, and that's when I called my parents. I was like, hey, they're charging me card. No, they're charging me cash for these and card for this one. It doesn't make sense. It's like, well, they're probably just trying to take money from you. So then
you had to go back in line.
Yeah, no, I had to go get the cash, but I couldn't find my mom. So my mom came and I went back in line, and I got into the office, and that's when I saw my mom. And that's when I told my mom what was going on. She went to go get the cash, but while she went to go get the cash, I just stood there, and the guy saw me. I think he was like a military official or something like that. But he saw me and told me to come back up. And I just skipped the line. He was like, so what'd you figure out? I'm like, I don't have cash. And he's like, all right, come here. And so he walked over like 5 steps to the right, his left. And he's like, all right, you pay card here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we had this whole, he created this whole chaos for no reason. Like, she had, the guy had my mom running up and down trying to find me, and I was running all over the place trying to find my parents, because they were gonna give me the cash to pay for the visas, but turns out I could have paid card all along. And this is, I don't know if this is something normal that usually happens at the border, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah, just make sure if you do go, you bring card and cash.
Yeah, bring both. Yeah, just lesson learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
And how much was for the car registration?
Car registration? Oh yeah, then I had to get back in line for the car registration. If you guys don't know, you have to make a copy of your passport and a copy of the car registration, and it has to be current. And that one costs, I think it was $400. Yeah, it's $400 for a car that's like 2007 and up, and I think 2007 and below is maybe $200. I'm not for sure, but I paid $400 for the car permit. But you do get it back whenever you cross back into the US. So it's just like a safety deposit to make sure you come back. And if you don't check out your car at the border before you leave, you just won't get that money back.
Yep.
So, all right. So that whole process took like what, 2 hours?
Yes, it took 2 hours.
All right. So around like 8:20 or something like that. Around 8:20, we began to head out. Me and my dad, we got done at the same time because we were right in front
of each other.
Yeah, right. We were in the line together. On our way out, the federal police was like, "Are you guys getting in the caravan?" And that literally translates to caravan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it means like he was basically asking us if we were getting in the federal escort line. So we noticed that all the trucks were just leaving. So we ran to our cars, and we started buckling everybody in, and we took off. And this was one of the most craziest rides I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, it was a really intense experience because his parents were like, just stay close to us and be careful because sometimes people try to intersect you, and it was really intense moment for all of us. Our kids were just having the time of their life while we were over here trying to get across Laredo.
Now they have a federal escort from the car registration place all the way to the first checkpoint. And once you get past that first checkpoint, you should be free of any cartel. You should be. Now, don't quote me on that, but you should be free of any cartel past the first checkpoint. But this was like Fast and the Furious. Like 100 cars just tailgating each other. I mean, you didn't have any space in between anybody, and you had to turn your blinkers on so that people knew that you were with the federal police. But yeah, this was probably, I couldn't record it, and I feel so bad that I couldn't record it because it was just so intense. I just completely forgot.
Yeah. And
as soon as we got to the first checkpoint, it's like everything was
back to normal.
Back to normal. It was like it just got done storming. Everything was just calm. So that's our story on avoiding the cartel. It was pretty intense. That concludes our video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned because the next video is going to be about how we made it from Monterrey to Cocula, right?
Well, but you forgot to explain how we got to Monterrey.
That's in the next video.
Okay.
So then our next destination was Monterrey, and that's where we stayed the night at my mom's sister's house, my aunt. We ended up staying there, and we will tell you all about it on the next video, where we tell you guys about our stay in Monterrey and the journey to Cocula. And we will tell you guys all about it on our next video. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell notification icon. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. That's so awkward. This is my first time.